Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. Happy Monday. Hello, Gail. Thanks for coming in. Hope you're having a good Monday so far. I'm going to wait just a couple more minutes. I apologize. I had to back it up 15 minutes. But I have to go to the doctor at 1:20, so I needed to start a few minutes earlier so I could get off in time. It was an unexpected visit, so yeah. Good morning if you're hanging in the bushes. Can you hear me okay, Gail? Is the volume good? I want to make sure I'm not too loud. Well, that's a good question, Gail. So it's been a wild weekend. Saturday, my daughter had a competition. We left the house at 7:10, and we did not get home until a little bit after 9 that night. So it was crazy. Good morning, Jesse. Good afternoon. Welcome in. So I was at clogging competition all day. And then I thought I got a mosquito bite because it started itching Saturday and everything. So went Saturday, wasn't a big deal. Yesterday, I woke up. Well, take that back. I got up in the middle of the night because it was just like itching crazy. And I went to put some medicine on it to see if that would help. So I did that. It kind of eased off for a little bit, but not really. So yesterday morning, I was going to go to church. Well, when I woke up to stand up, my right ankle was swollen and it's red. And it's oozing. So now I don't know if it was a mosquito bite or if I got a spider bite or what. But my ankle is still swollen and it's still red. So I told my husband, I said, well, when I get up in the morning, I'm going to call the doctor to see if they can't get me in just in case if it is a spider bite and, I've got infection in it. I need to get that taken care of. So that's why I had to back it up about 15 minutes early. so I could make sure I get what I needed done. But I'm not doing nothing major today, just something simple. So if you don't know, like I've been learning to quilt, trying to. I've made one, I think I showed y'all. I've started another one. I'm not completely done with it. I still have to do I still have to quilt it and then do the binding on it. So today I just thought, for some people might not know what quilting was or how to make a quilt. So I'm just going to do like a basic little information for you guys. I know it might not be interesting to everyone, but I'm sorry. I try to keep it simple since I did have to get off here earlier than normal. But I've been practicing, and I made something this morning. Let me see if I can go find it. I'll be right back. Okay. So it's not the greatest, but I've just been messing with it. So this is what I did this morning. So this is a block that I made out of fabric that I've had, and I needed to get rid of it. So it's just your basics bee fabric and like a honeycomb print, nothing major. But to start quilting, you have to make blocks, and you can make them any size. This is a 9 3/4 by 9 3/4, I think. So you can make it any size that you want. You can make it a 4x4, a 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to like 18 or, ever how big you want it to. But yeah. I was going to make this for Miss Joyce's little thing, but it's not big enough. It's short. So I'm going to have to try again. It's supposed to be a 10.5 by 10.5, and I come up short, but that's okay. Good morning, Unbiased. Thanks for coming in. Hope you're having a great Monday. So what I'm going to do today with y'all, and hopefully y'all can try this. Like I said, I'm no teacher by no means. I'm learning myself, and hopefully y'all can help me out if I mess up. Put a border around it to make it the size. See? Thank you, Unbiased. I would have never thought to do that, but I'll have to do that now. What color border do you think would be good around it? Since it's these colors, maybe black, maybe? Not certain. Okay, so I'll go ahead and get started. So all I'm doing is I cut 4 5x5s. I've got 2 of this print and 2 of this print. Okay. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to slap them together. I'm going to line them up on the side to make them even. And then I'm going to sew down this a quarter inch seam. Okay. Also, Miss Shawn helped me out, and Unbiased probably knows this already. But I have a cheap sewing machine from Walmart. It was like $88, nothing fancy. It does the basics. But when you quilt, they say it's good to have a quarter inch foot. Well, I didn't have that. So Miss Shawn in her Facebook Facebook group recommended a bunch of feet for Amazon, and it fits a brother and a singer, I think, and other ones. So let me get that for y'all so y'all can see. So I got off of Amazon. Y'all know me. I love my Amazon. Thank you, Gail. But it's this. And then you get all this with it for your sewing machines. Like, that's a bunch. That's $32 items for, I think, like $18 and some change. And that's what it looks like. Let me move it down so y'all can see. But like, that's the different feet. And so you see there's one missing, and it's because I have the 1/4 on my sewing machine now. So yeah. So if you're looking, and you need multiple feet, like, I probably will not use all these, but for one price, I thought, it was not bad. So just pretty much the supplies that you'll need is sewing machine, thread, my wool pad to iron my seams, my iron that I got at Walmart cheap because my other one went kaplooey, and 2 pieces of fabric, or 4 pieces of fabric. You can do 4 different colors. You can do all 4 colors. You can do 2 colors like I'm doing, whatever you want to do, okay? And if my sewing machine's too loud, let me know, but hopefully not. So does anybody have any questions before I get started? Like I said, it's just going to be very simple today. But hopefully you'll get something out of it, hopefully. So, alrighty. So I'm going to take my 2 pieces of fabric, my honeycomb one and my bee one, and I'm just going to do a straight seam 1/4 inch. Okay. And that's what I'm going to do for this one also. Let me show y'all this too before I get started so y'all can kind of understand. So if you don't know, so this is the foot that I'm using, the 1/4. So it clips to my machine, and then this part right here, you line your fabric up, and that's your guide. Just in case you miss it, okay, thank you, Boss. Is that what everybody said I should do? Okay, perfect. So these squares, they're 5x5s each. All 4 of them are 5x5s. Okay, I just keeping it simple. 5x5s. Now let me see if I can. Yep, it is perfect for quilting. You are right, Gil. All right. Hopefully you can adjust my can y'all see that okay? Hopefully. And if I don't talk while I sew, I'm sorry, I'm trying to concentrate, but we'll see how it goes. All righty. I'm going to put my foot down. And put my needle down. Make sure I have enough. Sometimes this thing can get Okay, thanks, Unbiased. Thanks for coming on. Hope you have a good day. All right, so I'm going to back stitch at the top and when I get done at the bottom, okay? Is that too loud? Or no, hopefully not. And then you can chain them, but I don't. I know some do. Okay, so we got that one done, and now I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to do the same way. I'm going to 1/4 inch seam down. Okay, sorry, Unbiased. I just glanced at it wrong. You're not too loud. Okay, thanks, Gail. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to turn on my iron because I'm going to press these seams. So by the time I get done with this little stitch, it should be ready. Okay, so now that I'm done with that for now, so when I go to open these up, it's going to be like that. So you should have one looking like this. And I'm going to make them 2 different ways. So that's why they're going to be sewed like that. But first, I'm going to press them. I'm going to open my seams. Y'all, my table's wobbly, so I'm sorry. It's a wobbly table. It's just a kitchen table that you can eat on. And I'm just going to iron both sides and iron the crease. So it should look like that. Okay, there's one. And let's get this other one done. And we'll be ready to sew them together to make a little square, hopefully. And there's my second one. So now I've got 2 pretty pieces. Okay. So since I want mine going 2 different ways, this is going to be my top. And then I'm just going to place my B, my other one on top of it. Hopefully y'all can see that. Just laying it on top. And I'm going to sew right here at the bottom. And I also am going to make sure that I try to line up my seams. You can pin them, you can clip them, you can do whatever works best for you. For me, I didn't get no clips out, but I'm kind of eyeballing it. So I'm going to sew down this way 1/4 inch, and then we should have a square, hopefully. So put my sewing machine back in. And it's just a straight stitch seam. Pull that because I don't want, and I'm going to back stitch at the starting at the bottom. And also when I'm sewing them, I want to make sure that when I sew across on the top, these right here are open, okay? And I know this ain't gonna be perfect, but hey, it's something, okay? I'm still learning. I'm gonna check, make sure that they're open and that they're somewhat lined up. They may not be perfect. I'm gonna clip my strings. And then I'm gonna open it up. And there you go. You have a block. Now, that's not lining up together. I guess it's shifted, but if you're looking at it, I mean, can you really, I mean, up close you probably can tell, but I'm not going to worry about it. So then I'm just going to open this seam that I sewed across and I'm going to iron it. So there's the front. And then on the back, you can see where I pressed open all my seams. I just think it makes it easier. And also, Sean, well, I learned from Sean or somebody. If you go to, I think it's Stitch in the Ditch, which when you're going to quilt it, you stitch in the ditch on the lines both ways. If you have them open, it makes it easier. So, but yeah. So here's our block. And if you want to know, whenever I go to measure it, it is 9.5. Should be 9.5 by 9.5. Yep. So by just sewing 4 5x5s, you get a 9.5 inch square block. And then if I wanted to, I could put a border around this, or I could use this for my block to send to Miss Joyce. It needs to be cut a 10.5. So when she finishes it, it'll be a 10 by 10. Hello, Robin Creations. Thanks for coming in. But yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Patricia, for coming in. But like I said, I had this fabric for a while. And I was like, I need to do something. And so if you missed it coming in late, I had a busy weekend and I really didn't think about what I was going to do. So I just put up a thumbnail. Let's make something with a question mark, because I really didn't know what I was going to do. And then I got to thinking, well, I need to make Miss Joyce's block that she's asking people to do. So that's what it did. And then here's the 9 1/4 or 9 3/4 by 9 3/4 ones, if you missed it. So there's that one. And then this is a 9.5 by 9.5. So, but yeah. And see, when you line them up, you can tell that this one on the bottom is a little bit bigger. So, yeah. Does anybody have any questions? I know like this was very super easy, and I know it probably bored some of y'all, but I was just puzzled and didn't know what to do. And I was like, well, let's just sew something just in case somebody is learning or trying to learn to quilt like me. So, yeah. Have I showed y'all my finished quilts since I put the binding on it, my Grinch one? I think I showed me sewing all my rows on, but I'm not sure. Have I showed y'all the one with the binding on it? Would y'all like to see it? I'm pretty proud of myself. It's not perfect by no means, but it's also staying in my house. So I don't have to really worry if anybody likes it or not, because it's mine. Okay, let me grab it right here in my cabinet. So this is the first quilt that I learned to do with Miss Shawn, and we're getting ready to do another one. It's a little bit harder, but this one I thought was going to kill me because I had no clue what I was doing. Don't judge my stitches and my quilting, because I know they ain't straight and I know they ain't perfect. But guess what? This is my first quilt, and I'm super proud of myself because I did it. So here's, and the binding, I did some red and some green. I'll slowly go up so you can see it. And then this is the back, where it's just polka dots, and you can see where I quilted the lines. And yeah, they ain't perfect, but you know. But yes, so thank you. Thanks everybody. Thanks Jesse. Thanks Unbiased. Thanks Patricia. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But yeah, so this is my first quilt that I did. Super excited to put it out for Christmas. So I'm making another one. I have not got it done, but if you want, if I can find it, I will. No, actually, I've got the backing on my second one. Well, I'm trying to sew it, but my backing is too not wide enough, so I'm like 1 inch to 2 inches short from my top piece. So what I mean is my top piece right here and my backing. My backing, I'm like maybe 1 inch to 1 inch short from the panel right here. So I can either trim it, square it up, what they call, or I can piece another piece of backing and just have a seam. But I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So, but anyway, thank you. Thank y'all so much. Like I said, I think it's pretty. Considering it was my first one, so I'm super proud. So, but that's all I have for today. I know this is going to be a very quick live, but like I said, I have a doctor's appointment at 1:20. If you didn't hear me, I've got some kind of bite on my ankle, and my right ankle is swollen and it hurts to move it. So I've got to go get that checked out. I think it may have an infection in it, so I don't know if it's a spider bite, mosquito bite, what's going on, but it's been like this since Saturday evening. So I figure I need to go get it checked out before it gets worse. So, but yes. So, thank you, Gail. Yeah, hopefully it is. Like I said, it was oozing out, but I mean, that could be anything. So, thank you, Unbiased. I need it. It's crazy. It's not fun when you have body parts swollen and they hurt to move and you don't know what caused it, but it's okay. I will be all right. Well, if anybody don't have any questions, I'm going to jump off here. And as far as I know, I will be on Monday. It will be the first day of school for my kids. So, yes, that's pretty exciting. They're not enjoying going back to school, but this is their last week of summer vacation, I guess you could call it. So, but anyway, thanks everybody, and I hope y'all have a wonderful afternoon, and hopefully I will see you in the YouTube streets later on. Bye, y'all. Thanks.